Hi everybody, today we're talking about two new things which have just arrived. One is the word eHybrid and the second one is 4Motion. Two different things but on one particular vehicle. It's only available on the T7 and the multivan. So this is eHybrid, so it's a petrol engine with a battery as well, so you can drive around on a combination of both, purely on electric as well. This has got a WLTP rating of around 53 miles on pure electric that's there, and obviously you can run it on petrol as well that's there, and it's also four-wheel drive. It's got that 4Motion technology which is in there as well, which we've seen before. So this is available now on the T7 California. It's on the multivan as well. So I thought we'd give you a walk around tour of this one. This is a demonstrator here at Liverpool. I point the badges out first because that's the way of knowing whether it is or is not a 4Motion one from looking from the outside of it, so you'll know if it's this model or not. So let's start at the front. So what have we got? Okay, so this one's in silver. We've got a matching silver color-coded roof that's on there. So specification wise on the eHybrid, you're going to be able to get this on the beach, you'll be able to get it on the coast, and you'll be able to get it on the ocean. So it's available on all three models. So specification wise is no different across the range. So whether you buy a petrol, a diesel, or whether you buy the eHybrid one, you're going to get exactly the same specification across the both. Obviously with the eHybrid, you're going to get a battery in there that's going to allow you to drive on electric, and it's going to be four-wheel drive. But as far as the actual interior is concerned, what you get and things like that is all going to be the same. So LED lights are standard on here. We've got parking sensors on the front. This particular one has got the advanced parking system, which is like the 360 camera that goes around it. So you've got parking sensors everywhere that's on there as well. I'll pop that on the dash. We can have a look at that before we finish the video and show you what that looks like. That's the only option this particular vehicle has got from the factory, so that's been added on here. So we've got our standard 18-inch wheels that are on there. Talked about wheels a lot. There's lots of different upgrades you can get for the vehicle as well, so we can get it on there. Privacy glass that we've got in here. So in here we've got our, this is where the petrol goes in. So this one, obviously with it being the eHybrid, is petrol. This is where you fill your main petrol tank that's on there. We'll show you where the electric plugs in a moment because that's around the other side. We've got our normal electric socket that's in here as well. Our awning obviously that's on the side. As I said before, on the rear of the vehicle, this is where we know, because we've got the eHybrid sign and we've got 4Motion which go together. Nice little addition that's on there as well. I do quite like that because I don't like to shout about these things that that's what it is, but the people that know will know that that's what this vehicle is as well. And then moving around to the very front on the end here, obviously we've got our California badge as we see, and then this is obviously slightly different because this is where we plug into the electric. So this particular one obviously on here, if you're plugging it in at home, we've got our top plug here. So we've got our Type 2 socket on the side on here, but we also have as well, this vehicle also has the ability actually to be charged on DC as well. So we can charge this on a DC one, so it's not just on a normal small charger. I believe, and I'll double check this, but I think it can take up to 40 kilowatts as a maximum charge via DC. Now I mentioned the WLTP rating for this vehicle is 53 miles. Obviously we're going to give it a road test. We're going to find out exactly how much you can and can't actually get out of this. That's in here as well. It's just under 20 kilowatt hour battery size that's in there. So obviously it's not as big as you would find on an electric vehicle, and that's because it only does 53 miles. It's in there. I suspect driving this around, knowing how batteries work, etc., it's on there, you're definitely going to get 40 miles plus, I would have thought, out of this. So let's have a look in the rear of the vehicle. So in here, something different that we don't normally get, a charging cable with the vehicle. So that's going to give you, these are slightly thinner than what you'd have on an electric vehicle, but electric vehicles won't work as well because obviously it's not putting as much power in as electric vehicle could do that's there. We've got our window blinds and things like that. Video coming up on how you put all these together, and our window vents for the front. And again, we'll be showing you that on a video, how you actually install these. In the back section in here, everything as we've done on lots and lots of videos before. Obviously this is an ocean model. We looked at the coast on the previous video. We've done this on here, and obviously the difference on the ocean is we've got this big storage box that's on here. We'll have a look at that from the other side in a minute. So looking at it from the other side, that's our big storage box that's in there. Loads and loads of space in there. Been a little while since I've actually sat in the new Ocean because we've looked at the coast previously, and you can tell there's a difference on the seats that's on here as well. Slightly more of a premium feel of the seat that's in there, with the colour combination on here as well. Gives a slightly darker effect, which I think works very well with the interior trim that's on here. So I do prefer this. I think it looks nicer in the vehicle as well. We've got all of our lights panels that's on here. So the top one, which is our lighting strip, you can't quite see it, but it's actually just in between the gaps. So with the roof up, you definitely see this as well. And that runs along the top section there. And then obviously our other light then, our lights in here. So obviously we can have lights in the cupboard then as well. Now the other thing's different is the display. So on the display on this as well is we've got lots of things which are mentioned in electric. So we've got how much what we're consuming, for example, it's in there as well. And we've also got our green and blue and orange on our like rev counter side of it, which is showing us whether we are charging, not charging, discharging, for example, that's on there as well. So when you jump in one of these and start off straight away, it will automatically put it into electric drive. So as I've drove around the car park here this morning, it's purely been in the electric drive. So this vehicle has two driving modes. It's got E mode and it's got hybrid mode. So E mode, nice and easy, purely electric vehicle. So in E mode, the vehicle will only be powered by electricity. E mode will automatically be deactivated if the power required can no longer be supplied by the electric drive alone or the battery is empty. So basically it'll drive in E mode unless it needs to, unless it's empty basically that's in there. Alternatively, you can have it in hybrid mode, which is a combination of the two, and that will work with the combustion engine to optimize the vehicle. Now you can also set it as well so you've got a reserve level in the battery. So for example, if you're on a longer trip, you can get it to keep some of that power in the battery for when you actually get to where you're going. And it will charge also as you're driving along, just as the old eHybrid did on that basis as well. As you can set that. So in the hybrid mode, for example, you can set the battery level that you want it to be maintained at. So you can select one that it won't do, so it'll make sure you've always got that until the end of the journey. But these are things which you can set yourself depending on what you're doing. So total power output for this vehicle is 245 PS. So it is the highest output of all the California T7 range. This has got the most power that's in there. Obviously that is using a combination of petrol and the electric battery as well to give you that drive and that run through. And that gives you very, very good fuel economy figures, very, very good. Even on the hybrid version, we're using a bit of both. Really, really good fuel efficiencies compared to the petrol version. So how much does this all cost? And I know that's the question you've all been waiting for. We leave it until the end. So if you're looking at a petrol version and you want to move from petrol to the eHybrid version, it's just under £5,000. So it's £4,898. So £4,900 is the difference if you're moving up from a petrol. Obviously on something like the beach, for example, that's a bigger jump up because you don't have that. You've only got the diesel version on the beach. So from a diesel to the eHybrid version on the beach, actually on the coast and on the ocean level, it's £7,814. So quite a big jump up if you're looking at the diesel version and you're looking to move to the eHybrid version. So as I said, that's quite a big jump, nearly £8,000 there to move up from on there. But if you're just looking from petrol to eHybrid, it's about £5,000 difference. On that note though, it is important to put that into perspective. And the reason I say that is because this vehicle is doing two things. So you're paying for the eHybrid version, but it's also four-wheel drive. And that's why these differences are in there. So in previous models, for example, four-wheel drive has been £2,500–3,000 extra, somewhere around there. And then probably the same kind of money again if you're looking at an eHybrid version, say on the multivan that was in there as well. So you've got to remember these figures are based on you're getting your two things. You're getting that eHybrid and you're also getting the four-wheel drive system as well. So as you know, as a step up from the diesel version, I said, just under £8,000 extra for the eHybrid. So what's the price for this particular one? So this one we're driving here. So how much is the Ocean eHybrid? So this exact vehicle, this is a demonstrator. This is not available for sale, but for this particular vehicle, it's about £86,000. That'll be the list price that's on the vehicle, and that's including metallic paint and the parking. As I said, that was in there as well. Would take you up to there. The standard list price for the eHybrid Ocean is £85,399, and that puts you all in and you've got all the good things that's on there as well. One thing that's probably worth mentioning as well for this particular vehicle, and it won't affect everybody that's out there, but there are some very good deals on eHybrid for company car users. Now this might sound a bit of a strange one, but company car users, if you're in an eHybrid, you pay a lot less than you would do on a normal vehicle for company car tax. And I know for the next 3 years it's planned into the government that eHybrids are staying relatively low compared to everything else. So if this was, for example, on your company car choice list, I don't know whether it would be or would not be. I would imagine it won't be on a lot of people's company car list, but I thought I would mention it. So the company car tax on one of these is actually relatively low. We said we'd show you this camera, so the advanced parking feature. So in the advanced parking feature, I've got it in reverse at the moment, and it shows you a little picture of the vehicle. So I can press anywhere on here and it'll show me what's around the vehicle. So this is pointing out, so we're looking straight at the front door here at Liverpool. So if I press the side one, it's going to show me the side. So obviously there's nothing on this side of the vehicle. You can see Tim's legs that's in there on that side of the vehicle. And if I press the rear, for example, there, it's going to show me the rear. And obviously this is showing me a bird's eye view technically of what's actually above the vehicle that's in there as well. Okay, that's it for today. So really it was a quick show around the new eHybrid 4-wheel drive. Talk to you about what you get, the battery sizes that's in there, talk about pricing, for example, specification, which we've done today. We're going to be doing a few more videos on this, so we need to have a look at charging, how far it'll actually go on that electric power that's there, what it actually feels like to drive in it as well. When we do that video as well, I've got a little clip from when I was away recently and they were actually drag racing one of these. I think I might have mentioned that on another video as well. Took some video of that as well, so we'll show you in that as well, and that's to do with the 4-wheel drive system, how good that actually is when it gets off. So if you want to see more content like this and check those videos out, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed today's video, give us a thumbs up and we'll see you next time.